This one is called Stop Motion, and it's directed by Robert Morgan, who's a guy I first heard of. He's a stop motion animation artist, and his segment on the ABCs of Death 2 was really neat. This is his first feature-length movie. He's got this great grotesque imagination. Oh, I should probably give a synopsis, right? I'll do a quick synopsis. So, I guess this movie is about a stop-motion animator. Yeah, what a surprise. And her mom dies. And she's dealing with the grief of her mom dying. And that's as much as I know about the movie. I imagine this is going to be very similar to like a Brothers Quay or a Svankmajer kind of a movie where like any kind of special effects is just going to be stop motion stuff. If something happens like in the real world and it's supposed to be a special effect, I don't think you're going to see any CGI. Weird. Like, I know a lot of it has to do with like light hitting her from different angles, but it really does make it look like sometimes there's a different face entirely. Like at one point she looks like in her early 20s, at another point she looks like she's 40. That can't be... Dude, that's gotta be like some trickery. That can't just be like a light thing. What the fuck? Maybe it is a thing where like she's doing like different expressions, but they're like dissolving one face over the top of the other. So weird. Wow.
Okay.
Ugh. She called her Poppet.
A bit smaller, Poppet.
ASMR steak cutting. You can really hear the squelch.
Maybe I could help you come up with some ideas.
No, I'm the genius. I don't have kids. I don't plan on having kids. But if I did have a kid and they showed any interest in something I was doing, I would be overjoyed. Oh, you want to have input? Great. Unless my kid was an asshole. All right, I take that back. It's very possible that you could have a kid and they're absolutely nothing like you and they totally suck and are lame. I don't know their relationship yet. Still, already, right off the bat, you're getting the feeling that the mother is cruel. Wouldn't this be fun if this was your job?
So tell me about your idea.
Well,
What if we, like, took pictures of stuff and then played them really fast in succession so it's like they move? What if we took puppets? Help. Oh, look at her nail, dude. Ugh. She's got puppet fungus growing underneath that shit.
So this is one that we did last year. The client was a bitch.
oh, is this new stuff?
She has animator friends? Animators don't have friends. They don't leave. They don't leave the house. They don't talk to people. Except for maybe online. I have never seen a group of animators just hanging out at a table. Never. Because I don't go outside. And I'm barely an animator. I animate, what, 5 frames in a year was the most I've animated in the last year. About 5 frames. And I still don't go outside. Something that's going to stick with me, too, that already kind of sucks, as much as I like Robert Morgan and his animation, it's like, her stop-motion animation looks like his stuff. Her friend's stop-motion animation looks like his stuff. I mean, you save money that way, but maybe it's just a me thing because I can tell, like, what his stuff looks like. Maybe that's a nitpick. Maybe it's all nitpicks. He's about to get his nits picked.
Not my film. It's my mum's.
What if it's like Mad God and it's gonna take 20 years?
Her hands are getting worse.
Yeah, they look awful. Have you tried an antifungal?
She's the brains and I'm the hands.
See, I would love to be in her position too.
I have my own voice.
As cool as I think it would be to be in this girl's position here, like I wish my mom was like a famous animator and I got to work with her. Probably have like a massive, what do you call it? It's not an inferiority complex, but it's like you feel massive pressure because of your parents.
Wake up, Poppet. Time to work.
I don't like how her mom calls her Poppet. She's kind of using her, too, you know? Oh, dude, what if it's like some Thomas Ligotti shit, and she finds out that she's not even human. Like, she's a puppet that her mom made. I'm putting it together with the poster art. See, this is the poster art for it. I'm empty, and there's a puppet inside my face. Interesting. I would not be surprised if that ends up being the whole thing. I'm really a puppet. But if you ever read Thomas Ligotti, like, a big theme, he uses puppets, broken, crappy old puppets, as a metaphor for human life. Basically, he's really a pessimistic guy. He believes that the only, like, universal truth is just that shit breaks down. I think that a guy like Robert Morgan could adapt a Thomas Ligotti story really well. Hell, is that a tongue? A liver? Cut my liver into small poppets. I want to bite their heads off. They gotta have a lot of fun together, you know?
It's such a burden. Left 2 millimeters. Head left 2 millimeters.
My head? Oh, the puppet. Oh, God.
A millimeter.
She gonna stroke out, huh?
Leave it back to where you were.
Feel the puppet. Feel how fuzzy the puppet is.
Don't move a muscle.
Oh my God, she can move quick.
Mom?
Did he cut a few frames there? Interesting choice. Has anybody ever sat in one of those egg chairs? Are they comfortable? They don't look like they'd be that comfortable to me. Like, you have to curl yourself into like a fetal xenomorph shape just to sit in them. That was pretty sweet. Why is she feeling obligated to continue her mother's work? Didn't seem like they got along. I don't know, she just seems to me as, like, you know, an abused child. Like, you're free, you know? You can do... You don't have to play with puppets anymore.
Excuse me.
Oh, it's the mean girl of the apartment building. Every British flat has to have at least one mean schoolgirl to pick on you. Hey, is that girl up there? She doesn't make much noise. It's hard to tell when she's coming. Cool. Man, I'm serious. This would be so fun to do. You think at 43 I could take up model making? Probably not. Oh! Oh, no! It's just gonna take me another 2 months to reposition everything. That's okay.
Show you how an insider is an armature.
An armchair?
Armature.
Can I sit on it then?
But she's moving.
Okay, plot twist. She isn't really a puppet, but the little girl makes her into a puppet. That's now my working theory for the movie, based on absolutely nothing at all.
She traded one eye with the gods to see her destiny, but she saw her own death.
It's a bit boring.
It's not finished. I mean, it's not boring.
Don't get offended. The fact that she's this interested at all is amazing. Make something cooler. What are kids into
There's
these
a
days?
girl in the woods. She's scared
Why is she scared?
because she's lost. There's someone coming.
It's called mortician's wax.
You should definitely make a girl from this.
Maybe she already did. Oh no. Just a whole completely different thing. She did it in her dream. Dude, that'd take a while to haul in all those lawn clippings to make that. Oh, and record something?
Look at that, huh?
Dude, if you dangle anything over my laptop, I'm gonna hit you in the balls. Like, as hard as I can. I'm gonna try to knock one out of your mouth. Fucking obnoxious, man. Oh, Morgan uses a lot of meat imagery in his stop-motion animation.
What are you doing in there?
Just a project.
Oh, yeah?
Do you want to come in?
Oh, okay. What are you on?
I'm not on anything.
Get my best ideas when I'm tripping my tits off. You know what? This might be good for something we're doing.
Yes, it looks exactly like your art style, strangely. Hey, how's my animation coming along?
My film. Hang on, settle down. I'll press it.
She still says it's
You
boring.
don't like it? Well, what's wrong with it?
She doesn't look real.
She's not supposed to look real.
Make a new girl out of this. Just imagine.
Dead meat.
Yeah, but you can bring it to life.
Why is she letting this bugger of a kid order her? I mean, I was just thinking, why is she desperately seeking this girl's approval? Yeah, I mean, yeah. That's probably it, dude. Like, I don't know. How else do you explain it? This is gonna stink. You're not gonna get through one day of filming
So,
before it goes rancid.
through the wood.
Fun fact, if you peel off your own skin, you look like that underneath. So you can make yourself into a puppet anytime you like. Just take your skin off.
What should we call this guy?
Did she give that guy a dong?
Ashes to ashes.
The Ashman.
Oh no,
The man
that was just his
from
hand I was seeing. I was like, God damn. Just blow this guy off. The whole relationship thing is like the least interesting part of the story. What was that dumpling stop motion baby? It's a little girl lost in the woods.
Come on!
Where's this kid's parents?
Ash, he needs to be made out of something dead.
How did I know it was gonna be a fox? It's because he's from the UK. You British people got a weird relationship with foxes, man.
Teeth in.
Look, using a bit of leftover meat is one thing. This is something else. This is my film.
Is it? What happens next?
Well, I punch this little girl in the face and lock her out of my apartment. That's pretty much what happens next.
Do it without me then.
Like, is this kid even real?
So,
Come on.
and the Ashman comes and knocks. And then...
You really can't think of anything? Come on, just start spitting out ideas. He offers her a bowl of soup. He turns into a jet engine.
I couldn't finish your film. I started my own. Except it wasn't mine, was it?
Oh, she's still alive. Wow. I just assumed she was dead. That makes more sense now that she was at least trying to continue to work on the movie. I'm a tool. Plot twist, she's just a big wrench with a wig covered in mortician's wax to look like a lady. Maybe that's where I can get inspiration from. Drugs. Woo? Yes, woo indeed. Man, it's been a while since I've tripped my tits off.
I'm serious about that job, you know. We're pitching next week, so how about tomorrow?
I'd kill myself if I had to work in a place like that.
You found the puppet room. Is that why it's a bad idea? Because you're at a party where they have a puppet room? Ugh. You're right. Bad idea. I love her dress, though. Yeah, I mean, she probably feels like, hey, I'm there with a friend, you know? Or friends, rather. So, I don't know. Maybe she thinks it's safe. A lot of people don't really know what acid is before they take it, you know? It's just one of those things that you kind of just gotta experience. And the first time, at least with me, it didn't feel like really much of anything was happening. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes it really doesn't happen. Sometimes you never come back. Your tits just keep tripping off into nowhere. Oh, hello, Buto man. Woman. Hello, androgynous Buto dancer who just shows up to watch me fuck. This is the pressure point lovemaking technique. I learned this in India. Oh, babe, squeeze my scapula, babe. Really pinch it hard. Check my armpit fat. Check my BMI. Weird. I'm having a hard time understanding why we even need a love interest in this movie anyway. She's an animator. The boyfriend guy is a superfluous character. Unless something cool happens at the end. I don't know. Maybe he gets killed, and it'll be worth it. Hipster fight! Whoa, that was crazy, right? Hey, can you make a puppet out of me? That would be, like, so cool. Hey, can you, like, peel my face off and put it on a puppet? Yeah, so the kid totally isn't real, right? We've certainly established that. I think the little girl is like maybe like the more assertive self that she wished she was. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. Her hag mom changed bodies. I don't see why the little girl would prompt her to change her film, though, you know?
Yashman comes on 3 nights.
See, that was her voice.
Talking to yourself is the first sign of madness.
Look, he's talking.
See?
The Ashman has to be made out of something dead. Well, come on then.
All right, Mom. Jeez. Plus, how long has the fox been out there? You gotta think it's infested, crawling with maggots and stuff. It's the cleanest dead fox I've seen.
Much better. He sees her.
I like the addition of pubic hair. Gives him more texture. I love that her muse is just a mean little girl. I really like the rattling sound. It's like really fast fingers, like quick taps on the door almost. But it's so fast that it almost sounds like a rubbing sound or something too. Did he make a full body stop motion man costume? Sorry to wake you, but I felt like having sex again, so I just let myself in. She's about to get turned 0.5 millimeter. That's what happened to her brain. You can't blame this on her tripping her tits off, though. Did she throw that bag to imply that I'm not taking any more of this, or to imply that she never took it? Ah, she didn't take it at all. Hard question. Would I trade a fair amount of my sanity for the ability to go manic and get a lot of work done? I'm really tempted. Like, what if the demon of manic depression were to appear before me one day, wanting to make me a deal? I'd consider it. Because, like, if you're successful, what does it matter if you're batshit insane? People just, make up excuses to love you anyway. And they'll excuse all of your batshit insanity. I like how a good 30% of the movie is just a Robert Morgan short. That's all we're watching. Oh, check it out! Here comes the Thomas Ligotti stuff. That would really suck if she, like, just imagined it, though. I really want her to be a puppet. Manic Pixie Dumpling Baby. Thank you. I'll grow my hair out like Zooey Deschanel. Oh, look! It's the little dumpling baby come to say hello. Rubber baby dumpling buggy bunker blubbers. Yeah, you're gonna put a baby in a dumpling. That's what you're gonna do. You're obsessed with it. Hold on, your leg isn't just right. I'm gonna fix it here.
You don't have to lie to me. I know you didn't sleep last night.
I know you don't like me.
Fun as well.
God, he looks like a puppet. Look at him. Ugh. It's worse than that ventriloquist dummy earlier.
It's like me, I don't let music rule my life.
Yeah, whatever.
It's all about balance.
That's why you're not gonna get anywhere. God, what a freak. It's his cheekbones. Tell me that's not polished wood. The eyes, too.
Just call me if you need something.
You know what? Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, this girl looks a little bit like a marionette puppet herself. Maybe it is a British thing. They all look like puppets. Like, look at that guy. Light guy there. Tell me he's not real. Like this guy. He could have a little bow tie, sit on somebody's lap. Maybe it is a British people thing. All right. Sorry, British people. Y'all look like puppets to me. Don't take it as an insult. Wow. Really getting your foot in the industry. Why would you want to do this when you could just focus on making your own film?
Must have been amazing growing up in that environment.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go grow some eyebrows. Oh, interesting.
It's a mood board.
We stole your mood. Put it on a board.
Anyway, it's not exactly the same. I smartened it up a bit. Besides, I offered it to you and you told me don't be so precious.
Bite her nose.
I was going to give you some money. What are you doing?
I understand being mad, but the first thing she should have did is take pictures of the mood board and then contact a lawyer. I'm all about litigation these days, it seems. That's how I solve every problem in a horror movie. Help, I'm being chased by a vampire. I'm gonna call a witch lawyer immediately. What do you got? You got the law offices of Van Helsing and Sons?
Bringing dead things to life.
It's alright, I guess.
What happens when it takes on a life of its own?
Well, then you're officially a necromancer.
Poor Poppet. Such a morbid imagination.
Thank you.
I must take after my mum.
The difference is, I can control it. You can't control anything.
She
You're
looks
a puppet,
familiar.
Caught in your own strings.
Message!
Message!
And if it isn't me pulling them, it's somebody else.
It's a small child. Ah! She was in El Conde. Remember that? That was the, Chilean Hitler is a vampire movie? I can barely remember that. It was something like that, wasn't it? No, not Hitler. Who is that guy? Oh my god, I'm blanking on his name. Pinochet. That's who it was. Augustus Pinochet. And I barely remember that movie. Not stop motion. Oh, damn. Put her back in the oven. She's not done yet. He looks fun, right? But man, I so wanted it to just be stop motion photography too. Like that's all he moves in. I suppose it's a lot to ask for an actor to just stand there in a suit while you take a bunch of pictures of him. That's stop motion, totally. Oh no. She escaped to the world of LeMay. You're in the prom dress dimension. You gotta get out. Is he gonna sculpt her head? Well, I guess he just touches you on the second night. Ugh. Is it a plum? Oh, it's the egg! Dude, from the beginning of the movie, remember that? It's the green egg of inspiration. Soon the dumpling baby child shall be born. Whenever he talks to her, it's always like, you know, he's talking through a pillow or something. So she's like tuning him out. Maybe that is why he exists, just to show how superfluous he is.
I mean, we could even work together. You could do my music videos for my album.
Why would I do that? It's all trash.
What's so funny?
You suck. Tell him. Tell him he sucks.
You don't make music, Tom.
You make shit. Tell him he makes shit.
Put a suit and go to work.
Oh, even worse.
Fuck you, Ella. I'm fucking artistic genius. Animating a steak and a dead fox.
Well, it's better than what you've
Who the
done.
fuck wants to see that?
Well, obviously, your sister, because she's stealing my shit.
Do you know what? I'm gonna go there right now. I'm gonna delete the whole fucking thing.
Don't you dare.
No, I'm gonna clear the flat.
This guy's gonna get
Right.
stabbed, man.
I know this needs to stop. I know it's bad for me.
No! She's gonna be the next Phil Tippett.
We'll do it together.
Ugh! Get out of here! Dump this guy in a river. Ugh! She's not getting worse, she's getting better. New possibility. She turns her mom into a puppet as like the ultimate show of revenge. That'd be the perfect character arc. That would be the perfect character arc right there. She digs her mom up, does a little Ed Gein style taxidermy, and, you know, puts some wires on her, and she's got a big mom marionette, right? Dancing around. Thank you, Amanda Bynes, for showing me the truth. I'm gonna strangle you.
What are you doing?
Just gonna take your head off. No big deal. Yeah, but it's all metaphorical. You said you can't kick her. Clearly you can. She's just strangling a pillow or something. She's just squeezing a bunch of wax. It's not real. I don't believe it. Wow, I can make like 12 puppets out of you now. Yeah, when you think about it, like, a human body is kind of like a Hobby Lobby, all into itself. Do they have a Hobby Lobby over there in Europe? See, she's fine.
It's okay. We're nearly there.
What happens on the third night? What does the Ashman do?
Don't be scared. It will be worth it. Something only you could have made.
Because it's made out of your
Artists
face or something,
always
right?
put themselves.
Okay, here we go. She's gonna do some kind of self-harm thing and make a puppet out of herself or something, right? Wow. Just that one little movement where the guy slides off the armchair. I just saw for a split second, like, how many frames that was. Probably worked on this for a while. She gonna do it? Of course she gonna do it. This is how you get noticed these days. This is gonna get her 1 million followers on TikTok. You think this is autobiographical? You think Robert Morgan's done this? I think we should, split up for a while. Oh, push him down the stairs. Nice! I really wanted him to go, like, over the railing, though. Nice. Oh, smash her face. But what, just a slow push in? Okay. Okay. I still kind of wish you just... If they would have cut to a stop-motion head being squished. Alright, don't worry, I'm gonna fill your head with sawdust and it'll be like nothing's ever changed. Alright, let me just adjust your wig here. So, like, if he can move his arms, what's stopping him from... Sorry, dude, I think you deserve to go. Because at first I thought, oh, he broke his neck, he can't move, so, you know, he can't fight back. But no, he grabs her wrists. Well, you think his muscles are just made out of beans and toast? Is that it? No need to be prejudiced against puppet-headed English people. Well, it was a fitting end for him. A weekend for a weak guy, I guess. Alright, hold very still. I'm gonna use your pussy lips to make an umbrella. Man, I really hate how they do so much cutting away. I figured this movie would be, like, way more gross than it is. Like, even if it looks all stop-motion-y and fake, like, good. I want it to look like that. I don't care. Most of the time, I just feel like if you're not gonna, like, show it, why even do it, you know? I want to see cool effects. I want to see cool armatures. I want to see big puppets. It's very, like, Edvard Munch
Ready?
come to life.
Isn't she gonna do anything?
He spits out an egg, right? Oh, it's like they were looking to her like, line? Oh yeah, sure, that's a safe place to hide. Sure. And then now we get, like, our movie poster, right? Oh wow, have you tried your face? It's great! Alright, so that was a whole lot of symbolism there. I put everything into my projects. They kill me. They eat me alive. Please give me more grant money. Thank you. Thank you, King Charles. She's got the armature joints squeaking. She's finished with the cartoon, so back into the box. Okay, well, you're welcome, I guess. Roll credits. Yeah. All right, well, that was Stop Motion. Kind of a weak ending. You know, it kind of went where you thought it was going to go, or where I thought it was going to go anyway, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I think it held it back from the movie being like really great. Obviously, you know, all of the special effects are fun. You have to like this sort of style, I guess, but I really do. So, you know, obviously all the Robert Morgan animation stuff is cool. For the most part, I think as this like being his first directorial long form movie debut, it's pretty good. I wanted the story to be like more surreal, although I did appreciate the separation between the real world that the animator was living in and, you know, the world of her stop motion stuff. So whenever they did finally start to bleed together, it felt like justified, right? Because she was like right at the end of her tether. Really what I wanted to see was like a live action Robert Morgan stop motion animation piece. And it definitely wasn't quite that. That's what I was thinking when I mentioned Jan Svankmajer earlier. He's the Polish animator who did Little Otik and Alice in Wonderland, and his movies were like that, where there was no separation between like the real world and the stop motion world. I do feel like a little contradictory because I just got done saying I like that there was a separation in this movie between, you know, the reality and the fantasy world that she had, but I think it's purely because that's the type of story that it is. It's about an animator losing their shit in their work, right? So that's why it is acceptable, and I think you need to have those lines there if you're going to tell a story like that. It is really kind of like a self-indulgent thing for an artist to do. Maybe I'm being more lenient towards this because I am a Robert Morgan fan. You like the Dumpling Baby? Sure. Which one do you consider the dumpling? Is it this one? Really, the one that looked most like a dumpling baby to me was that thing looks. I mean, obviously it's made out of wax, but it's like the most unfinished, doughy dumpling-like child of the whole. I love this part too. This is like what I wanted the movie to be. I also appreciate, you know, they made like a full-size suit and that looked cool, but he just moved too much like a guy in a suit. Later on, whenever they had the life-size puppets, they were all moving in stop motion. I mean, you can definitely tell he does that a little bit though. Like every once in a while, I feel like they do something weird with the frame rate. But okay, yeah, I suppose I should rate this, huh? Man, I want to give it a 5 just because I like Robert Morgan so much, but I don't think it was I don't think it was entertaining enough for it to be a 5. A little too derivative. It would be cool if he had taken like that root story and went like a much more abstract direction with it. Because if you watch his shorts, they are very like minimal in concept, right? And it's more about just weird visuals. I definitely would have liked it more if it just had started off in a more surreal way. Like, because then it makes up for how kind of basic the story is. Unfortunately, he kind of just chose this more conventional thing. I don't know. I can't complain about it too much. I thought it was overall enjoyable. This is one of the first and few times I'll say I liked the little girl. Like I hate child actors, but she was kind of perfect for the role she was playing. Not a direct, overly showy movie kind of bully, just a real obnoxious, socially awkward little kid that just decides they're gonna just bug you. Stuff with the mother was great. She was appropriately mean, appropriately cold. Like, it makes sense, though, that, like, if she had anybody... Oh, my God, why is that padlocked? What kind of bar are they in? Just like somebody locked them in a barn. But anyway, okay, rate it. 4? I'll give it a 4, right? That sounds judicious. Good first effort. This is fun. He crawls out of crawls out of the set. It appears to be the only time he's smiling, too, because usually you get a close-up look on the face, and it's just that Edvard Munch scream face, you know? Yeah, that looks like a smile to me. What kind of sad about that, though, too, is, like, you see the puppet arms, they look posable. He still looks like a puppet as he's coming out there. Because it is. I mean, that's a stop-motion prop. But then that's a dude in a suit. Still, though, I gotta say, this is probably, like, my favorite sequence in the whole movie, too. Once it gets to this point and the face comes through the hole. Yeah, that's cool, man. I'm jealous. I want to make that stuff. Part of my disappointment just comes from wishing it was a whole hour and a half of this. Like, that's what I want.
What should we call this guy?
Call him your boyfriend. So that's what he's going to be made out of. Yeah, 4 out of 5. I think that's, like, pretty good. I might be being generous. It's better than me being an overly critical asshole, which I usually am, though, right? Yeah. You deserve it, Robert Morgan. Make another movie. I'll watch it.